You don't sound like a Democrat to me. I hereby, you can raise your right hand, you're definitely a conservative. So, anyway.
Always a pleasure, Sean.
We always.
So that is former presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard being told that she doesn't sound like the Democrats by Sean Hannity. By the way, on a topic where she doesn't sound like some of the Democrats. She was there speaking about the SALT exemptions, which some in the Democratic establishment are pushing for. So I have no problem with the particular thing that she's talking about there. I want to talk just briefly about going on to Fox. I'm not one of the people who thinks that you should never ever go on Fox. I think there are good reasons to go on Fox, which is to point out their BS and disagree with them. But I could never imagine, Francesca, going on there and laughing and saying that it's always a pleasure with someone who so regularly does so much damage to this country, tries to stoke xenophobia and hatred and suspicion towards so many communities as Sean Hannity. I might go on Sean Hannity, he'll never have me, because I would disagree with him. I would go and I would disagree with him, and it would not be a pleasure for me, and I can guarantee it wouldn't be a pleasure for him either. And that's why I do not understand the cozy relationship that some people develop with Fox News, where this is not about pushing for progressive values on the other side's platform. It's about buddy.
Tulsi's been sus from very long ago, and she is even more now. And one of those areas in which she always was suspect and sort of proved that she wasn't actually a progressive or a leftist was definitely around her language around like Islamophobic stuff, like around Islam, Muslims. She's always had a very reactionary line on that. And she is coalescing now with Fox News perfectly because of it. Now she's just, regurgitating a bunch of sort of, it's all about woke culture talking points. It's all about race. Yeah. No, it's definitely the Democrats who weren't in power for 4 years who made it about race, not about, the guy who said he wanted to ban immigrants and Muslims from the country and said they were bringing diseases. Anyway, yeah. No. But the Democrats have made it all about race.
Besides Nancy Pelosi, good. She's wrong on this issue, but you should be disagreeing with Sean Hannity too. You should not be normalizing this. This is not a news network. This is not good for progressives. Go there to appeal to the audience potentially, but point out the ways that they're wrong. And it should never be a pleasure. Nobody's getting pleasure out of Sean Hannity or Tucker Carlson or any of them. Tulsi Gabbard is confirmed as a speaker at CPAC. I don't know if that's a in-person thing or remote. I'm gonna guess in person. And so Tulsi Gabbard will be going into the lion's den to win over the righties, Francesca. What do you think?
Of course she is.
What do you think?
I mean, look, she has taken her full form, right? What is the chrysalis is complete. She is now a beautiful right-wing butterfly. This is her final form. I don't know whether it's the phoenix. I forgot what it is exactly. You guys help me out with all you nerds. No, come help me out with the final form of things. But yeah, she has devolved into what she always was, which was a right winger. And we've seen this coming for so long. Look, on this network, Anna Kasparian took a lot of heat because she broke down in incredible detail all the ways that Tulsi Gabbard is not at all a progressive, is not at all a leftist, from the ways that she's Islamophobic, from the ways that she's cozied up to not only the Modi regime of India, which is incredibly nationalistic and Islamophobic, right? It's all that Hindu nationalism, but the ways that she's cozied up to Assad, taking trips to Syria, essentially whitewashing the crimes of the Assad regime, happily and gladly doing that, to all of her appearances on Tucker Carlson, where she essentially throws any progressive ideas under the bus, specifically when it comes to war. Yep. She is a hawk. And so this is her final form. We've seen it coming for some weird language around, we must end the forever wars. Honey, you love forever wars because it hits at Muslims mostly, who you've demonized for a very, very long time.
Well, advocate. And I will say that she says, as others do, she is hardly the only person of this sort, says we need to engage with them on their own ground, whether that's, I guess, CPAC or going on Tucker Carlson or whatever. The idea being that this is not chasing clout or trying to get money or whatever. This is genuine. We're gonna deliver a left-wing message in there to the right.
Yeah.
And my question, this isn't even really about Tulsi Gabbard. My question to all these people is, so when are you gonna do that? Because it seems like you go on Fox News and agree with the right wingers about everything. It seems like you're going to agree not to win over their base to us, but to win you over to their base. That's what it feels like.